Okay, we are live, everybody. Let me go in. Here we go. We're live. Good. I'm going to go ahead and share this into the iCoinPro group. There we go. I think it's sharing over there. Live, everybody. I'm going to have to mute that. Let me go in. No, here we go. We're live. Good. I'm going to go ahead and share this into the iCoinPro group. There we go. I got 50 million notices here. And over there. There we go. Okay, good. So I muted it. So we're streaming in there. Lily, hi. How are you?
Hi, Justin. Hi, everyone.
So this is kind of a new thing. This is our first live that we've done with one of our full-time traders, yourself, which is kind of exciting. And we have some new a new studio where we can do these lives and everything for iCoinPro. So it's kind of awesome, and it's great that you're our inaugural person for these lives. But I think people are really interested because they want to know, like, how did you do it? And we're going to get into these questions, but I think a lot of people really want to know, like, how do you go from not being a trader to being a full-time trader? Like, how does this process work? How does it occur? How long does it take? All those things. So I've got a bunch of questions that I'm going to ask. And then also I want to let everybody know that if they have any questions for Lily, you can go ahead and pop them in the comments, and I'll be more than happy to ask them. I think I can even do some cool things with those. I think I can make the comments flash up and everything. But the most important thing that I want to address is that I am embracing my quarantine hair now. I'm no longer, trying to wear hats. I'm just going to see how freaky this gets, and then we're just gonna see where this goes. But today it actually, like on camera, it looks okay. I took a photo earlier, and it is like way longer. But hopefully, pretty soon we'll be able to anyway. I'll be able to get my hair cut. All of us will be able to get our haircuts, I'm hoping, as things move forward. But anyway, so we got a lot of people coming on here. Everybody say hi, drop a heart, drop a comment. Wow, we have 37 viewers already. That's actually pretty cool. I'm glad that everybody's here. And we're also going to, make this so you can share it if you want to share it. If you're in iCoinPro and you want to share it with other people. To just really, get them excited and interested in what we're doing and how we're changing people's lives. Definitely feel free to do this. So, Lily, without any further ado, I want to just ask you a couple questions, and I think these are things that people want to know. And then as we get, I look like Bigfoot. Yes, Neil, I'm getting there, man. I'm working on it. But anyway, as we go through this, I'm going to ask you these questions. And if anybody else has any questions for Lily, please go ahead and pop them into the comments section. And any other comments you want to make or something, we can see the comments. You can see the comments, right, Lily, in your interface there?
No.
Okay. Okay.
That's right. I'll just go on live and I'll just mute myself from the scene.
No problem. Well, I can see the comments, so I can read them. So Lily, here's my first question for you, and this is kind of cool. See, we're international here, and that's one thing that's incredible about the cryptocurrency markets is you can trade them from anywhere in the world, and they're 24/7, 365. There's Bitcoin. There's all these different coins that you can trade. I personally don't even trade Bitcoin that often. I actually trade a lot of what are called the alternate coins, altcoins. Lily, I think you'll agree. We tend to focus on those. But first off, Lily, where are you located in the world?
I'm in New Zealand.
Okay, so you're in New Zealand, and it's about 8 a.m. your time. I'm here on the East Coast. It's about 4 p.m. My time. I know I've gotten in several trades today already, because it's actually been an awesome morning. I know you've been in Zoom and you just woke up, and now you're going to be looking at the charts and seeing what's going on. So for those who don't know, tell everybody how long you have been with iCoinPro.
So I have been with iCoinPro just a little going on 3 years, since June 2017.
Wow. Okay. So June 2017. Before you got started with iCoinPro, did you have any experience about Bitcoin, cryptocurrency? Were you an expert at them?
No, I probably knew maybe a good 10%. I liked what I saw, and so I just wanted to discover more. I tried to look on YouTube, Google. Yes, information's there, but it's more confusing than it is helpful.
Okay. So you had a little bit of knowledge, but not a tremendous amount of knowledge. Is that correct?
Correct.
Okay. Okay, cool. And did you know anything about day trading? Had you ever traded before, or was this something totally new to you?
Never traded, zero knowledge, naught experience. I've never traded before.
Had you ever looked at charts before, or was like looking at charts, was it your first experience with charts and everything, iCoinPro and the training that we did?
Yeah, never looked at it before. First time I've ever looked at a chart. I was with iCoinPro, but I didn't. When I first looked at a chart, I didn't want to even learn to trade because I thought I couldn't do it.
Really? Really? You thought that you couldn't learn how to trade?
Exactly.
And I find that so fascinating now, because now you actually run Zoom trainings where you take new people by the hand, you help them answer their questions. You are, obviously you've been full time now for a long, long time doing day trading with the micro profit system and cryptocurrency. But when you started, so you weren't just like, oh yeah, I can do this, I got this.
No. I just, for me, I just looked at a chart before I even looked at the training, and I said, no, I can't do it. But it totally changed when I just went into one of the modules. Yeah, and I thought, wow, I know what this means. This is really easy to understand. It's just picturing it all together that is the part that you've got to study a little harder.
Yeah.
And it fits once you know.
Yeah, I remember the first time that I ever got into charts and into an exchange. And for those who don't know, an exchange is where you actually do the trading. And so all you're doing is maybe you have US dollars and you're buying a cryptocurrency at a low price, and then you're turning around and selling it at a higher price. And that's what we do. That's what our system's all about. So, but the first time I logged into an exchange, I was overwhelmed. I was just and I had no direction. There was no micro profit system or anything like that. It was really wild to look at it. But then after a short period of time, I started to kind of figure things out. And I know what's great, and we've gotten a lot of compliments on this, is how we break things down in our training. And we really do have that, like, we have taken people like yourself, Lily, who have zero experience, and taken them from not even knowing about Bitcoin, really nothing about Bitcoin. And within a short, period of time, they're up to where they're actually able to follow the system, day trade, and actually do it profitably. And within a little bit longer period of time, really feel like they're a pro at it. And then, of course, we have people, like yourself, who have been doing it now for years, who are absolutely pros. But so that's interesting. So you had no background in trading. Do you have a financial degree? I mean, is there anything that you had done in school?
I do now that I know how to follow the micro profit system. But no, I have no, and that's one reason why I didn't think I could master trading, because I really thought you did have to have a financial background. I thought you needed to be really good with numbers. You were really switched on, because there is a little bit of navigating around the exchange. And I thought you had to be really good at that to master the micro profit system. But I proved myself that you didn't. So for me, it's just being able to encourage people out there to understand that they too can do it.
Yeah. And what did you do before you were a full-time micro profit system day trader?
I was a case manager for a healthcare organization.
Oh, wow. Okay. So this is like a total change Total change. And so, all right, how long did it take you before you were confident that you could go full time, or you had enough in your balance that you felt like you could, move on from your job and then make this your full time career, basically?
So for me, it took me about 2 weeks to grasp one of the basic strategies. I didn't implement anything else until I pretty much mastered it. I'm the type of person that can't learn and try to grasp more than one thing at once. So a good 2 weeks, I was pretty much trading the buy the dip. For those of you who know what the dip is, buy low, sell high. And I pretty much grasped that within 2 weeks. So I traded that in and out continuously over a good amount of, say, 9 to 10 months. And from that, I was able to replace my income through my trading profit.
Wow.
To fire my book. So it took me about 6 months. So on my 7th month as a trader, I had become a full-time day trader.
Wow, that is. And so you went full time. And when was that exactly? Do you remember when that was?
Yeah. So I started 2 weeks in January. 2 weeks from January 2018.
Wow.
I remember that day. I remember that time from the inside, outside, bottom, top of my body.
That is so cool. So, all right. So January 2018, you have been day trading Bitcoin and cryptocurrency using the micro profit system. So here we are now in April of 2020. April of 2020. How has your life changed? I mean, I know your family is involved in everything. Tell everybody a little bit about how your life has changed from when you were, working full time as a healthcare professional.
So, for us, for those of you who are watching or who will watch later, I come from a family of traders. So first, my husband was the one that started the micro profit system. He's real fast at learning things. He can learn a whole number of things at once. And he's really good at numbers. So I thought, okay, I'll let him do all the trading. But, I came to a point where I couldn't let him have all the fun. So I then learned it. And we pretty much mastered things quite well, traded our own accounts, started with only $100 because that's all we could afford at the time. And then around November, when I already saw that my balance had increased, by then it was almost, just a little over 13,000. And so by November, I realized that this was something that my kids or our kids could benefit from. I know as parents, we try to really invest on our children's financial future. We want to make sure that they've got enough in our, in our savings to, possibly send them off to college or university, help them to buy their first car so they don't need to go and buy, do hire purchase or apply for loans. Because I know for me, that's what I had to experience. And as a parent, I wanted to make sure that our children didn't have to experience the financial hardship the hard way. So anyway, our kids started trading as well. At the time, Sharita, our daughter, who was 14, so our son was 17. And they both traded as well. So, when they go to school, I will monitor and look at their exchange and pretty much duplicate what I'm doing. Like last week, I couldn't trade. I just didn't have the right mindset. But, my daughter jumped on, did a couple for me on that particular day. And for us, it's been a real financial blessing. We had debt of almost $45,000, which we've been able to pay off. We've been able to just say, okay, yep, we need a new car, go into the car dealer and buy a car. No loans, no nothing. And now we're just going through a process of renovation. So we've been able to just, for me, life isn't about the luxuries. It's about knowing that whenever I need something to be bought or paid, I don't need a strict budget to do it. So, for us, it's been really, really great, just financially free and knowing that, we don't need to worry about what needs to be paid next week.
Wow, that is incredible. That's amazing. So everybody trades in your family now with the micro profit system. your kids are doing it. Your husband obviously was doing it, Mike, right from the beginning. It sounds like he was like picking it up really quick at the beginning. Let me ask you a question. What was your best trading day ever? Do you mind sharing that with people? You could share a percentage wise, or
Yeah.
like
I've had a couple of really good trading days. A couple of times this year, one of my days I've made 2,300. But one of the days that I remember the most, and I will always remember this day, is for those of you who know me, I love dips. I will deliver the dip training from the back of my head if I needed to. I love dips. So when the advanced training or the advanced modules were introduced, which is your more advanced type of trading on the exchange, because I love the dip, I was able to master the RS SPY really fast. And that is one of my most favorite advanced trading strategies. So for me, there was a particular day where there were some really powerful RSI SPY trades, and I still like to trade those on the 5 minute. Whether we know it's on the 1 hour, but I still like to trade it in and out on the 5 minute. So on this particular day, I had, which is why today I still love the RSI SPY. But my overall balance, I made almost 9.5%, and that for me was really a really big day on the exchange. So just on that particular day, I made almost, just a little under 9.5%. And that was a good almost $1,600. And this wasn't just recently, it was sort of almost near the beginning when the RSI SPY was introduced. And I will remember that day always.
Awesome. And one of the cool things about what we do, and for those who aren't familiar with the micro profit system, so the whole idea behind the trading system, and I think largely, Lily, why all of us have been able to do it successfully for so long, is because of the fact that we really stick to the system, which is micro profits. We're not trying to make hit home runs. We're not trying to make overnight millionaires through trading. What we're trying to do is just follow a simple system where you can go and make 0.3%, 0.5%, 1%, and do that over and over and over again. That is the idea. I always tell people I'd much rather you make 1% 3 times than 3% 1 time. And for those who have traded in Lily, you understand that, because you know those times where you have a good trade and you're up, and then you get a little greedy and you don't sell, and then the market goes the other way, and then you have to rescue the trade. So the way that the micro profit system is set up, and why you were able to, like in 2018, when the market was just going down and down and down and down and down. I mean, the market went from 20,000 all the way down to about 3,000. Bitcoin's price went down and the whole market followed with it. Yet you were able to trade profitably that year. And I think a lot of people don't understand how powerful it is to compound your money. That's what we teach. We teach you how to make those small little profits and then compound them over and over and over again. Instead of, like, Lily, how long would you say your average trade lasts? I mean, what's your average trade length generally?
I want it gone within an hour at least, preferably 30 minutes, but I don't like to hold on to anything longer than an hour.
Isn't that wild? And I'm the same way. Half hour, hour and a half, or almost all my trades are within that space. But that's, again, following the system. And I know you and I follow it to a T, and the people who are successful do. And then, everybody has their learning curve. I know some people like to just kind of veer off of it sometimes, and then they go, wow, now I understand. It is really wild. When you stick to it, it works over and over and over again. Okay, great. Let me ask you a question. For people who are brand new, who might have an interest in learning about the micro profit system, what do you think new people can expect when they join iCoinPro? Like, what is it like? What is the community like? Is there interactive training? Are there things to support people? Because I think that's one of the key things. Like, a lot of people don't want to feel alone when they get started on something like this. They want to have people there to help them out and support them. So what do you think a new person can expect?
So iCoinPro does provide a really, really connective and encouraging community. You know, we've got a members forum where we've got a chat box, and you know, often when like there is almost every day I've got a new person that I'm communicating with through who are wanting to trade and who have decided to jump on board. I always lead them to the forum. All the information is there. You know, besides, you know, a really great community, because the feeling is really family orientated. You know, when you feel like with Justin, you know, we know he's one of the founders, and Paul, who's the CEO. I've never once ever in my whole life ever had a relationship with people who fill these statuses where I feel so comfortable, where I can just be myself. You know, often when you're with your CEO in your company, I know for me, because I've come from a corporate world, I know you had to be, you know, you had to change your whole ability, your whole manners to fit that. It's different in iCoinPro. You know, I've personally met both of them, and they're so down to earth, and it just makes you have that feeling of that family orientated feeling. You know, when you're family, you feel comfortable, you feel that conversations and communication comes from the heart, and that's what it feels like with iCoinPro. You know, besides that, you've got obviously the forum, you've got the Facebook group where there is continuous communication, because the important thing as a trader is you want to stay connected with something. Often when you become disorientated from your iCoinPro family, you tend to not trade, or you tend to go off what you're supposed to be trading. Often you'll miss focus or lose focus on what you're going to do. I know that because I've seen it over the time that I've traded. You know, we provide not one, not two, and not three, but a good 7 to 8 Zooms each week.
Crazy.
And these Zooms are around the different time zones around the world. You know, and these Zooms help you to understand the basics of the micro profit system, and they also help you to understand the more advanced stuff. So there is so much available at your fingertips. So for anyone that's new, and you're new to cryptocurrency, you're new to cryptocurrency trading, everything is pretty much there at your fingertips to help you get started.
Awesome. And do you think that the micro profit system is something that anybody can learn and do?
Absolutely. I'm one of those anybody.
Okay.
If I can do it, I'm definitely one of those anybody. You know, a lot of people have a lack confidence in what they think that they can and can't do. That was me. But you know, pretty much when I just got into the first part of the module and the trading strategy, it was a real mic drop moment for me. I was like, wow. You know, lucky for me, the micro profit system didn't come out 10 years before my day, because I would have been slapping myself saying I should have started this 10 years ago. So I believe then, you know, the time was right. I believe now for anybody, the time now is right.
Awesome. Well, Lily, that's the questions that I wanted to ask you. Thank you so much for coming and doing this. I think people got a lot out of it. We're getting just tons and tons of comments here. Does anybody have any questions for Lily? Anything that you want to ask her? We're going to give a little bit of time. While we do that, I'm going to try and just throw up a little disclaimer here. So let me see if this works. This is a new system, so I'm going to try this and I'm going to see what happens. Hold on. Okay. Hold on. Nope, that didn't do it. It's not even gonna work. Okay. All right, so let's do this instead. I'm just gonna go ahead and I'm gonna read the disclaimer here, and we'll put it in as part of it while people are getting their questions lined up. So let me read the disclaimer. Hold on just one second here. All right, and this is important because, you know, there is risk in trading. We want to make sure people understand this. We feel very, very confident in our system. If you learn it and you follow it to a T, you will do extremely well. And we've helped tons of people. You can see how many people are on here commenting. A lot of these people are just individuals who have, you know, traded the micro profit system. And if anybody wants to drop a comment about their successes, their results, you know, anything like that, please feel free to do that. And we are going to be doing these with other full-time traders. So if any of you want to get interviewed here, we just want to document these. We want to do more of these. So please let us know, and we'll make sure we get an interview scheduled with you. So all right, here's the disclaimer. iCoinPro, the iCoinPro Trade Finder, and its trainers provide an informational service only and are not responsible for any investments made applying this information. The results described are not typical and are not guarantees of future income. Any investment contains risk and is 100% the responsibility of the investor to assess the risk rewards involved. It is possible to lose some or all of your investment. We assume no liability, assumed or implied, for your application of the information shared from the training programs. Okay, great. So we have a question from Clifford Letner. Look at that. And this, can you see that, Lily?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, that's a good feature.
Yeah, it's neat. This is neat software. All right, we're very I'm impressed with myself right now, even though I just clicked on something and it happened. All right. How many trades? Oh, go ahead. Do you want to read it?
Yeah. How many trades per day were you entering, and is that the same now in this current climate? So when I first started trading, we know that we're a partial bull market. I could trade anything from 30 to 60 trades a day. Now I probably trade a good handful. If I have a really good day, could be 10. But some days a good 4 trades is more than enough for me. In my Zooms, I often say to people, obviously it means that in the beginning, you've got to put in a little bit more effort to grow that balance. Once your balance is almost sustainable, you don't necessarily need to. You can if you want, but for me, the reason I wanted to do this was so I didn't feel like I had a job. I wanted to make sure that I was still able to maintain my weekly amounts so I could still be financially stable. And that's why now I choose to just do what I need to get me by.
And it's funny, a lot of people have similar questions to that. They want to know how much they can make per day, all those sort of things. And I always tell people you can make exactly what the market gives you that day and no more. So it varies. It definitely varies. But a couple of the things that we've done, and particularly with the new tool, the BuddyCoin crawler, it's a silly sounding name, but that is one serious tool, because buddy coins are the coins that we like to trade. That what they are is they're coins that are high movers and they have a lot of volume. So we like to focus on the coins where you can get the biggest potential bang for your buck. Whereas like maybe if you did the trade on Bitcoin, you could only earn up to 1%. Some of these smaller coins, you can do the exact same trade, the exact same amount of work, and you can earn 3 to 4% on that trade. Exact same amount of work. So we have that tool in here. So that I know that's changed how I trade, since we released that tool and work on it. I know back in the day, we used to do a lot of trades on a bunch of different coins. I think we focus more now on a couple, like a handful of the really good high movers, and we just zoom in on those. But that's all part of the system that you learn. So it optimizes your time that you're spending to give you the best bang for your buck by making sure you're trading on the best coins you can potentially trade that day. So great question, Clifford. I don't know who this guy is. I've never seen him, never talked to him, but he's got a question for you.
Absolutely. Big would know. He's really good at delivering the psychology around trading. Trading is definitely something that will play with your emotions. So, as a new person, I know for me, whenever I start, mentoring my direct people, I will also always tell them to create a little plan. Okay. And I know when I was in Zoom a couple of weeks ago, Big, who put the message up, says to, asked or brought up the discussion around trading journals. It's definitely something as a trader, and whether you want to take this on full time or whether you need to just start it off to become a full-time day trader. The psychology around trading is definitely one of the things you need to focus on before you look at the exchange. So if you've had an argument with your husband or wife, or the kids have pretty much given you that overwhelm, feeling at the moment before going onto the exchange, fix that. Okay. Again, you need to go in with the right mindset, because if you don't, you will often go into a trade at the wrong time. There was definitely a time that you're going to miss something out, and then you'll be in a trade that will lose.
Yeah, I'll tell you, it's like I always say too, patience pays. That's one of the biggest things in trading, is just being patient and really looking for exactly what you want. Not trying to fake it, not trying to manufacture it. I think when you're new, people do that a little bit, but as you get more experience, you get really used to how the markets move and everything. So it's something that a person can definitely learn. And to that end, how much time would you say you spend per day trading? Do you trade every day of the week, or what's your schedule generally? I know a lot of
For me, I don't trade on Fridays normally. I've actually started to just I normally keep it free because it's my Sabbath the next day. But Mondays and Tuesdays is normally the day that I like to pretty much complete my week. And often, over the years, I've normally find that those are my favorite days. But lately, because the market has been doing what it does, like we know yesterday, Bitcoin went up almost $1,500. Okay. So for us as traders, we let Bitcoin do what it needs to do before it settles, and then we'll go. So, now it means that there are a lot of trades to take. So for me, if I, if I find days like that, then I could possibly jump on and do what I need to do to, just do what I need to do to have a little bit of fun on the exchange.
Yeah, today's been a really great day. Awesome. All right, great. Any other questions that people have here? Lily, this has been fantastic. I think this is really informative. I mean, it's great hearing your history. I think for a lot of people who, have heard about iCoinPro and, might, have an interest. I mean, they've been hearing about it for years, but maybe they feel a little bit like you did when they started, like maybe it wasn't for them, or it might be hard, or it might be something that they couldn't learn. And I tell people, it's the best way to think of iCoinPro is as a career path, not as a biz op or something like that, but treat it like it's a potential career change for you. And it's like a trade school, but a lot shorter.
Yeah.
The upside potential of what you can do is pretty awesome. If you follow the system, you learn it and you apply it. It is pretty powerful what you can do. So again, I really want to encourage everybody. If somebody shared this video with you, I want you to get back with that person to get more information. If this has piqued your interest, and Lily, thank you so much for doing this. I know your team is going to love this video. You have a great, growing, amazing team of people and traders that you've helped so much. I know everybody in the company appreciates you immensely. We just can't say enough good things about you and about Mike and your whole family and everything that you do to support the community. Anyway, I'm getting chills just thinking about how amazing of an individual you are and how giving you are and how much you really help, everybody. And you have a great heart, Lily. So anyway, just glad that you're here and glad to be doing this with you. So
it's touching a million lives. That's why, Justin.
That's the plan. We got another question in here. Oh, go ahead.
Yeah. Until that's done, then maybe, by then we'll have a lot of Lilies and a lot of Lees and a lot of Justins being able to do the same.
We will. Let's see here. We have one other question here. This is a good question.
For me, so Clifford's asked, when you see dips, do you trade on more than one coin pair at a time? I don't trade any more than 2 coins at a time. So if I see one coin dipping, I will only trade that one coin. Sometimes I might trade it a couple of times, like if you're ladder buying it. So no, I only trade 1 to 2 coins at a time.
Yep.
I know. Like I hear of people saying, "Oh, but like I know, for those who are based in America, people say, oh, but we don't have Binance, which is where I trade, and Binance we know that has a lot of coins." And then you only have that option of Coinbase Pro. And I always say to people on my Zooms, I know you probably look at Coinbase Pro and say, okay, there's only a small handful of coins. And I always say, you don't need a lot of coins to trade. You just need the right coins.
That's right. Yeah, honestly, I trade on one coin at a time. That's part of what I do and I take that trade all the way to completion, and then I look for the next trade. And it's a quality over quantity thing. I think that we've kind of refined things as we've gone along in our trading. But yeah, we know how to run a really, really successful strategy now. And it doesn't matter whether you have 300 coins to trade or a handful of coins like on Coinbase Pro. Because of the tools and everything we have, you can zero in on the right coins to trade and find those high quality trades really, really easily. Okay, great. Look at this. I just want to show you this because this is so cool. Congrats, Monica. We may have to have you on one of these pretty soon. So
absolutely.
Awesome. All right, great. Well, that's all I've got here. We're just about a half hour, and that's what I wanted to try to keep this to today. So again, Lily, thank you so much. Again, if you have an interest in learning more about iCoinPro and how to trade Bitcoin and cryptocurrency using the micro profit system, please get back with the person who shared this video with you. They can get you the information. They have a very simple free training account that they can get to you. All right. And you can get started for free. You can start learning for free. You can learn your first money-making strategy absolutely for free. So again, Lily, thank you for your time. I'll let you get back to it. I know you're super, super busy and you got trading and you got everything, everything going on and trading. And I know the markets are going to be fun today. So we'll let you go. All right, everybody, take care. Have a great day. And we'll see you on the next one of these live interactive Facebook Lives. With another person who's a full-time trader pretty soon, I'm sure. All right. Bye-bye, everybody.
Bye, everyone.